Hey, my name's Trey. Uh, Last name Smith. I live in Dallas, Texas. I've got a story to tell you about emotional intelligence and consciousness. Um, so, was working for a Canadian company. I just finished um, Phil's MBO program and had gained a bunch of new superpowers. And I'd already used them at the office and kind of proven to myself that hey, there's something here. This is pretty cool. I can get people to lower the walls and trust me and learn more about them and lead from the heart and really help people. So I was feeling pretty good about being able to use the MBL habits and um, how they applied in business situations. And I was at the airport, and it was the worst day to fly out of Dallas Fort Worth than there had been in probably the last 5 to 10 years. City was frozen, airport was frozen. Dallas isn't really good at dealing with cold temperatures or bad weather of that type. Um, and I was at the gate with a couple hundred other people. It was a big flight to the north, and I was standing at the back of the airport up against the wall, and there was everybody out in front of me, and the gate agent came on and said, sorry folks, we've got a delay. As you can tell, the weather's really bad and it's impacting flights all over the country. We'll keep you updated as we can. And I thought, okay, well, maybe here for a while. So I just started watching people there at the gate. These are all people that are going to go on the same flight as me, in theory. And I could tell people were frustrated. And, as time went on, as, the first hour of delay turned into the second hour delay, turned into the third hour delay, I could tell people were really getting agitated. I thought, well, maybe this is a good time to try out some of these superpowers that I learned from Phil. Maybe it's time to practice some habits. What do I have to lose? So I turned to the guy next to me and I said, I know it's kind of frustrating, right? You expect to get on a plane and get to your destination on time, but Mother Nature doesn't really care what our plans are, and at least the airline's taking care of us. They're watching out for our safety. I kind of get the feeling they're doing the best they can. And he says, yeah, he said, I think it's kind of amazing that we can get into a big metal tube and go up 30,000 feet in the air and get to any place at all. I don't fly very much. This is him talking. I don't fly very much. In fact, this is probably only the third time I've been on an airplane before. And I'm a little scared. This is not good weather. And I said, listen, I think we just got to trust the system. American air travel is extremely safe. They're not going to put us into a bad situation, but it may be a while before we get to leave. Let's just look out the window and you can see what's going on out there, right? And he's like, yeah, you're right. And I turned to the guy on my right and said, hey, what are you here at the airport for today? Obviously you're going to the same place I'm going to. What's up? It's like, well, I've got a conference to go to, and I hope I get there on time. There's a lot of people counting on me. And I'm like, yeah, I hear you. It's like there's a lot riding on all of us, right? We're all going to our destination for some some purpose that's important to us or important to other people. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And I was speaking in a fairly loud, clear voice intentionally. And about that time, the captain, young guy, probably mid mid 30s, young to me, mid to late 30s, shows up, takes the microphone. It's like, hey, folks, sorry, listen, I know it's been a few hours. The plane should have left by now. Obviously, we're concerned with the weather, and the traffic pattern is backing up. There's a lot going on, but you know, we're doing everything we can. And he puts down the phone and he comes back on and he says, I'll give you updates, whenever I hear anything. And he goes to the rest of the crew and talks to them, and they all get up and they leave. They leave the gate. And I turned to a young lady that was there at the gate, and I said, "Well, it sounds like he's doing everything he can. We're going to be getting some updates whenever he hears anything. At least he'll keep us in the loop, and we'll know that they're looking out for us." And she was a very outgoing, vivacious personality, and she all I needed to do was get her going, and she started talking to other people around. I was like, well, yeah, we've got some bad weather here, but we'll get there when it's safe to go, and I think it's gonna be okay. And so I kind of just let her go, and I turned to another person and I said, I was thinking about it. Okay, it's been maybe, I don't know, 4 hours since we were supposed to have left, but let's look at it this way. We're in a temperature controlled airport. We're all comfortable, right? It's freezing outside, but we're snug as a bug in a rug here. We're all okay. We're safe. We've got food, we've got entertainment, we've got the internet, we've got, there's probably 100 restaurants we could walk to right now. We can get anything we want. It's all right here in front of us. We're not doing so bad, are we? He's like, well, yeah, I guess. I wish we were leaving, but you're right. It's not that bad. I said, heck, you could walk down the road here and you could get a donut if you wanted one. You could get Asian food if you wanted it. You could do whatever. You could get whatever you want. You could get something to read. Probably any book you wanted. And I kind of leaned over and this group of three guys and I said, hey, fellas, how about this? I'll buy the first round of coffee. Let's go get some coffee together. And at this point, like 85% of the people at this gate are watching me. And they're like, okay, let's go get coffee. So it's like, all right, fellas, come on, let's go. So we go down and I buy them all coffee and come back and have our coffee. And we're talking about it. And the weather's not getting any better outside, by the way. It's pretty grim weather for Dallas, Texas. Whenever you see white stuff on the ground and it's not cotton, it's unusual. So we chat about the weather and air travel and how lucky we are, and I keep things positive. And another hour goes by, and I look out at the people and I see the agitation starting to go back up. I said, you know what? Give me your empty cups. I'll go throw them away. And listen, I'm going to go see if I can find the captain and just talk to him, see what's going on. And at this point, people are like, what is he doing? So I gather up all the trash and I walk down and I keep walking, and I find them. I find the captain and the crew. They are at an empty gate, and they're all kind of clustered together. And here I come walking up, and they're like, oh no, what is this guy gonna do? And their walls all go up, and I reached out my hand to the captain. I said, Captain, listen, hey, I'm from gate 19 and passenger headed up north on your flight, and just wanted to let you know we really appreciate you taking care of us and putting safety first and thinking of our safety collectively. We know that you're doing everything you can. It's not your fault the weather's bad. We don't blame you for it. And just wanted to give you a vote of confidence from all of us there back at the gate. We're pulling for you. So just wanted to say thank you. Shook his hand. And he said, well, thanks. I'll give you I'll give you updates as I get them. I said, maybe you could even go one step further. You could come and give us an update, even if there isn't one, just to tell us, I don't have anything to tell you except I'm on top of it. I haven't gotten any new significant information, but I wanted to let you know I'm checking in every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes to make sure that we're making progress on this. Maybe just tell it. Maybe that would make people feel better, as even if you came back and said, I've got nothing to tell you, but I'm on top of it. He said, okay, I will. So I walked back to the gate. Everybody's watching me walk up to the gate. And I talked to my little group. I'm like, hey, listen, I went and talked to the captain. By the way, he's a real good guy. He's on top of it. Straight shooter. Listen, he's going to come give us updates, even if there's nothing new to tell us, just to let us know he's watching out for us. They're like, oh, okay, well, that sounds pretty good. I said, listen, they're putting safety first. They're looking out for us. This is okay. We'll leave as soon as we can. They're like, yeah. Listen, it should be safety first. This is air travel. We got to be careful about these things. And another hour goes by. Actually, I take that back. Not 20 minutes goes by, and the captain comes back, and I give him the fist bump, and my old folks around, my guys and gals around, give him the thumbs up, and he's like, thumbs up back. Gets on the horn, and he's like, folks, listen, I'm sorry. No real updates here. I just want to let you know, I'm keeping on top of it. And so that happens maybe 5 or 6 more times. And at this point, I am shocked that this flight has not been canceled. It's literally 6 or 7 hours late. But sure enough, he comes back. And I looked around and I said, boys and girls, I think we're going to get on a plane. I think we're about to leave. He gives me the double finger. It's like, and he's like, folks, we're about to leave. Everybody get in line according to your boarding pass. We'll be departing shortly. Everybody gives him a big ovation. And we get on the plane and we fly safely to our destination. So the point of this story is to show you how you, as an individual, can change a situation. You can actually touch a lot of people, hundreds of people maybe, just by raising your consciousness and observing what's happening, lowering your walls, allowing people to hear the truth, and allow people to feel you leading them with love. And you can turn people away from the direction of fear to the direction of love. You can help people calm down in a difficult situation. You can make people's lives better. You can do it. I did this as an experiment, a conscious experiment. I decided to see if I can make a difference in this weird microcosmic airport situation. I decided to try it, and it worked. You can learn all this stuff too. You can learn the superpowers that I learned, and you can use them every day with your family, in your business, out in the public. They work. These superpowers work. They're universal. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think.